Hi everyone, Adam here. Today we're taking a look at set 10197, the LEGO Modular Fire Brigade. This set was originally released in 2009 and it has been retired for a while now. But overall a really cool set that we're going to look at in a little more detail. To start off with, let's take a closer look at the minifigures that come with this set. The set comes with 4 minifigures and 1 minifigure dog. Of the 4 minifigures, 3 are firefighters. 1 has a chef hat and the other 2 are just standard firefighters. Now, one of the details that I really like a lot is the uniforms on the firefighters. It's a different uniform than what you see typically nowadays on the firefighters, and I think it's really neat and a different sort of touch. So very happy about having those torsos in general. Now, one other thing that you'll notice here with the minifigures is that they also come with a vehicle here, more of a vintage looking fire truck. Let me wheel this out in front so we can take a closer look. I think this is a really neat, different take on a fire truck. As I mentioned, kind of more of a vintage look. I really like the way the ladder looks on the side of the vehicle. I think it's got a nice shape on the hood and the front of the car, front of the truck there. If we flip it around to the other side, you can see the hoses on this side. Which I think are pretty cool. It's 2 seats for firefighters to sit in. I really like the grill on the front. So overall, I think a really, really interesting design. And I'm always a big fan of when vehicles, are sort of different from set to set. And so this is definitely different from any other fire truck you're going to find in most sets. So really cool and happy with that in general. Now, before we get inside the fire brigade, fire station, a couple other things to sort of note on the outside. So we've got the tree over here, which is a bit of a different tree, and I think an interesting design. And I also really like these fire helmets and axes that are part of the display on the front of the building. Really neat touch. Cool fire helmets in general, but adds a lot of life and flavor to the building. And you can also see that there's an interesting garage door, the typical sort of sliding garage door that can go up and down. Always a nice, interesting touch. And above that door, you'll see the flag, kind of an American flag touch there. So another interesting, cool detail. Moving farther up, you'll see the top here. We've got the year 1932 and a cool bell on the top. Another nice touch, looks really neat, and something that you don't see typically on buildings in the modular line. And I think the water tower on the top is a nice design too, better than some of the current water towers that I've seen in more recent sets. So now let's start looking inside and seeing what the different floors look like. So now we're looking down at the first floor from above, and you can see on the front driveway there, the number 3 is made out of Lego tiles there on the driveway, and I think that's a really cool, fun touch. Adds a little extra bit to that exterior tiling. Now going inside, you can see on the left hand side we've got a fairly typical staircase
the huge find in most of the modular buildings. On the right hand side you have the fire pole that comes down from the second floor. You'll also see the equipment storage there on the lower right hand side, and on the back wall there's various equipment, tools, and then swinging around you can see on the left hand side a clock as well that's located on the wall. Now let's go to the back side of the first floor and see what things look like from back there. So we're now at the back of the fire station. You can see that there are doors back here, so there's a second way in and out of the fire station. Nice doors in general there, nice windows as well. There's not a lot of detail on the back side of the modular. It's pretty typical of most of the modulars that LEGO releases, but still overall a nice look, and I think those doors are a nice touch at the back. Now going up so that we can look inside the fire station from the back this time. So you can see the back of the front gate there that can go up. And you can see the equipment storage area again and the fire pole. Now let's head up to the second floor. So now we're looking at the second floor of the fire station. This is a kitchen / recreation area for the firefighters, and it has a lot of interesting details in my opinion. One of my favorite things is the ping pong table with the paddles. Cool little detail that I'm going to try to reuse in some other buildings that we have in our city. There's also a fridge. You can see the door open here. Has water and a couple of hot dogs in there. Cool, interesting touch. We've got a couch, and then if we turn this around, so you can see the second part of the fire pole that comes up from the first floor. It's got a kitchenette area here with cupboards, drawers, a stove, and then there is a staircase that goes up to the roof, which is where we're going to head next to look. So looking at the roof on the left hand side, you can see the door that the staircase from the second floor leads up to. Again, the bell, which I think is a really cool touch. The pieces look really great. I like the fact that it's hanging there so you can get the rocking motion as it moves. Always a big fan of letters and numbers in the sets. I think that looks really neat. That's an interesting touch. And then the water tower over here on the right hand side, which I think is it's a nice different take on a water tower compared to what I've seen in some other sets. So really cool. There's not a lot going on up here, but what is happening up here is really well done and adds a lot of value and visual appeal to the set. So that brings us to the end of our look at the LEGO set 10197, the Fire Brigade Modular. Overall, a really fun set, a very different visual look compared to other modulars, and a lot of interesting details on each floor of this set, which can be, are valuable within this set, but also can be applied to other modular buildings in our city, in your city, and also some great minifigures and a cool vehicle as well. So all in all, a set that we're really happy with and very excited to be putting this into our city. As always, want to thank you for watching. Make sure to subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. It'll make sure that you don't miss out on any of our great upcoming videos. Thanks everyone. Bye.